Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection, and I'm so glad that you are joining me tonight. I always like to start with something that is uplifting and motivational, inspirational, and all of that. Tonight, I'm going to start with 2 Corinthians 4:18. So it says, "We fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." And there's a couple of things about that. We can't trust in what our eyes see, and what our eyes do see can be very daunting and scary and wishy-washy. And the thing that we can't see is Him, and that we can trust Him, and that He's got it all worked out. And even though we don't understand the plan, He does, and He's our hope. And I remember one time when I was going through some inner healing ministry, the thing that I felt like He kept telling me was that I needed to live in today's grace. And that has been several years ago, and that has really stuck with me. And what it reminded me of was the children of Israel when they were coming out of Canaan or coming out of Egypt, and they were going towards the promised land. And God gave them manna, but He didn't give them manna for tomorrow. He only gave them manna for today. And so we only have the grace for today. So live in today's grace and don't try to borrow it from tomorrow, because we only have enough grace to deal with today's problems. And tomorrow we'll get a whole new set of grace. Hey, Cheyenne, thank you for joining me. Okay, so a couple things I want to tell you about before I get started. And that is, starting today, three things are happening today. You can purchase the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine today. As a customer, you can do that. The second thing is, starting today through September 1st, they are starting a starter kit promotion for 30 days. And basically what that means is, for starter kit, and I always tell my customers, if you have $99 worth of items on your wish list that you're getting ready to purchase, you need to get the starter kit, because you'll get $125 worth of goods of your choice that you get to choose. Plus, for the whole month of September, you're going to get 2 stamp sets, 16 card kits, and what else? Rhinestone jewels. So it's a terrific deal. And if you're already a demonstrator, sorry, but if you're not and you would like to purchase $99 worth, you might as well go ahead and get in the month of September. This is a terrific deal if you're wanting to start classes, but it's also a terrific deal if you're not caring anything about classes, because you get 16 card kits and they pretty much have them designed for you. So it's a really great deal. Okay, 3 things I told you about. The first 2 was the Stamp and Cut and Emboss that's available today, then the Get and Go starter kit, and the third thing is they refreshed and put new stuff in the clearance rack. So, and that's for anybody, whether you're a demonstrator or a customer. So you will want to check that out, because they will go quickly. Okay, next thing is, I know a lot of people are not getting out because of COVID. You know, a lot of people are struggling, and maybe your health is not, where you could get out and about. Maybe it's someone that you live with that or you're exposed to a lot, that you're trying to protect them. Well, this is my Boho Indigo card class. Every month I do an online class, and you can purchase it for $20. You get everything that you need except for a stamp set. For $35, I think it is, you can get all of the card kits for 6 cards and a stamp set. And then if you purchase $50 out of my store, then you get the card kits, the 6 card kits for free. It is a fantastic deal, and look at these beautiful, beautiful cards. This is what we're making for the month of September, October. Beautiful. And the thing about this set is that even if you wanted to purchase it out of the catalog, it's a $70 set. It has the dies, the stamp set, papers, and all of that. So this would give you an opportunity to make the cards without actually having to purchase the entire set, if you want to. It closes September 20th, and it is a prepay thing. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and purchase that, and I'll get it out to you. Okay, we're gonna get started crafting. So I'm gonna turn the camera down, and so you might want to hold your eyes so you don't get seasick. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so tonight I'm doing the paper pumpkin alternative, and if I'm being honest with you, I was not real crazy about this paper pumpkin, and I was not real excited about it. So I actually was excited about doing something as an alternative because, like I said, I just was not real crazy about it. And I am really happy with the alternatives I came up with. All right, so I like to show you what they look like when the way they design them. And when you get a paper pumpkin, it's $22 a month plus your shipping and handling. And you get everything that you need to make cards or whatever the project is. They give you instructions. They give you all the supplies for it. Ink, stamps, the whole 9 yards, ribbon. So this is what they came up with, and this was their design. It's okay. I just can't see that I would use it that much, okay? Hey, Carol, I didn't get to say hi to you already. Anyway, so as you can see, this was actually a shaker card, which is kind of fun. So what I did was I took the stamps and I took the supplies, and I mean, look at this. This is what I still have left. There's envelopes, which these are the envelopes here have the design on the outside. They're not on the inside, but it's pretty cool. I still have a lot of supplies left, and I've done a lot of playing with it. So let me go ahead and get started and show you what I'm going to do tonight. The color that they used is Pacific Point, and I don't use that a lot, but it's really a pretty color. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut just Jade, which happens to be one of my favorite colors out of the new In Colors, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and they gave you all of these little pieces here. Okay, so this is a frame, and that's how I ended up making this shaker card, was with the frame. And what do the greetings say on the front of the cards? Okay, so this one says, "You deserve a medal." This one is "World's Greatest Kid." And this one is "You're the best." Yep. They turned out pretty good. It's just, I guess it's just not my thing. Anyway, they give you the frame, and then they give you this adhesive frame. It's a foam frame that has adhesive on both sides. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and peel that off, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the back of this frame, and hopefully I can see it without getting my head in the thing. Oops. Hold on. I may just have to hold it up so that I can see it. Eesh. Okay. I'll just have to do it this way. How are you ladies doing, by the way? It's been a hot minute since I've done a Facebook Live. I think through the month of July, we had, well, between June and July, there was a 4-week period that 3 of those weeks we had company. And I just was not, I had to scale back to 1 video a week on YouTube and no Facebook Lives. I couldn't keep up with everything that was going on. Okay, hold on a second. Again, I need to try to, oh, thank you, Carol. I miss doing it. And the thing is, I get so nervous on these things that now it's like starting over again. But it's going to be fine. Okay. I'm a little bit at a disadvantage because I can't get my head over it. So I kind of put it on a little bit off. All right, let me try this again. Okay, and this is one that you do kind of have to have it the exact size of it because it'll hang off the sides otherwise. Okay, all right, So this came with it. This foam adhesive sheet there came with it. And then these little, they look like watercolor panels. Thank you, Carol. I think so too. It is more important. And it's, we live in Georgia, and my husband's mother lives in Florida, and his dad lives in St. Louis, along where his sister lives, just not far from there in Columbia, Illinois. And they were the ones that came and visited. And since we don't have family that lives close, we have to take advantage of that time when they're here. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the time. Okay, I love Tombow glue, just for that reason, that you can move it around if you need to. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, this is ribbon that came with the paper pumpkin pack, and I'm just going to peel. I've already put a piece of tear and tape on the back. I did not pre-make these. I came up with them in my mind and kind of like played with them to see how I wanted to do it, but I didn't glue anything down. Let's see if I can get this off. Oh, come on. I probably would have been better off just gluing it. But, you know, I just kind of held things up and looked at it and thought, well, you know, I think this will look good like this and this will look good like that. So that's what I did. Okay. And I thought that this would look nice because I don't know if you can see it, but this paper has a thin little streak of Pacific Point that runs through the little Argyle plaid thing. I'm just going to tuck it up under there. There we go. All right. Okay. Then the next thing I was going to do is take this ribbon thing, and I'm going to ink it up with Pacific Point. And I'm just going to stamp it right here on this white piece. I watched a paper pumpkin alternative by Rachel Tessman, and she envisioned a cake when she saw that ribbon, and she ended up making it like a piece of cake. She cut it out and everything. It was really cool how she did it. All right, so I think on this one I was going to say "You're the best," maybe, and I thought what I would do, since my card is in Just Jade, that I would do the ribbon back here in the blue, the Pacific Point, and then do my sentiment with Just Jade. Oh, crumb. Okay, hold on. I'm glad that they have extras, and I may have to actually do this right up under me so I can see what I'm doing. Like I said, when you got a camera over your head, it's kind of hard to get it straight. There we go. Alrighty. I kind of like the contrast of the blue and the Just Jade color together. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue. This kit comes with these gold pieces, and so I'm going to put that on the gold piece. And then place this right here. And then it's lots of layers. My friend Dorothy, she talks about me liking layers, and she is not wrong. I do love my layers. Okay, so there's that. Alrighty, and then the other thing I'm going to put this up on dimensionals to pop this up. I have really been enjoying making these alternatives. I kind of dread it. If I'm being honest, I kind of dread it when I first start doing it. I get like, oh, what if I can't come up with something? What if I get in a rut? But then I just get it out and start looking at it, and I really start enjoying it and have a lot of fun with it. Okay, The kit also includes these little vellum pieces of leaves, I guess. Guess what you'd call them, leaves. They look like they have berries. I put just a little bit of glue back there. Oops. And I am just going to place this down right here like this. And that's a lot different than these other ones, wouldn't you say? I really like it. I think it turned out really pretty. They also had these gold, I don't know what I did with them now, but they're gold stars that you can put on. And I could do that, and that would add to it as well. There's also the gilded gems that you can use. But I just thought this was a nice way of switching it up. It looks more like there's a flower back there rather than it being a metal. And so it softened it, and it made it a little bit more feminine, and I liked that. Okay, so there is one. Hopefully I can remember as I go all my plans that I had for all of these cards. Okay, this is crushed curry. I love crushed curry. Now it's not a color that I can wear, but it is a color I love to have out, especially during the fall. Really pretty color. Okay, so what I did with these, as you can see here, these are actually cards. So I just cut them off, and I cut them down to 4 by 5 1/4 so that I could make them go farther. And you'll see that I make them go even farther because I cut them down even more on other ones. So again, this is a piece that is supplied. And what I'm going to do, I had the idea, this piece here, when you see this is supposed to be like the ribbon that hangs, you know, that you put your metal on. I wanted to use it, but I just didn't want to use a metal part of it. So I'm going to put a little piece of paper right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off. I've actually put it to where it's a little bit off right here. I'm just going to ink up where I'm leaving that part off of the ink, off of that part of the stamp off of the ink, okay? And so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go in, what did I do with my little thing? Okay, I'm going to go in like this. Okay, let's see if I can do it without getting my head in there. It doesn't matter if it meets in the middle because I'm going to cover that up. Okay, there we go. Did it, yay. Okay, I'm going to come back in here again. I'm going to turn it around. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it doesn't meet because that's going to be covered up. I just want to make sure that that one part is not on there. Okay, that's almost perfect. Yay. Yay! I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, alrighty. So I'll put that scrap paper away. And I'm going to glue this down on top of here. On top of the crushed curry, which looks like it has also been watercolored. So I'm going to put this right in here to where it has about the same amount of space all around. I'm going to bring my ribbon in again, or this little ruched part. And all of these pieces are included with the kit. There we go. Whoops. Okay, let's try this again. Thank goodness they're double-sided. I think I did it again. Well, it's pretty close, so I'm going to be okay with that. Okay, and I think I need another one of these little pieces. Okay, and this one I was going to say, you deserve a medal. Like that. I'm going to glue this onto the gold piece. Right here. And then glue this onto here. And then here. And then I'll pop this up on dimensionals. Glue this on. The September paper pumpkin is actually supposed to have pumpkins in it. I'm pretty excited about that. I love pumpkins. I love this time of the year. Fall is probably my favorite season. So I'm excited about the pumpkins. I saw a friend on Facebook today who asked if we're ready to put our Christmas tree up. I'm like, no, not yet. But I am ready to pull the pumpkins out. Alrighty. And just like that, you have another card. And that's different. This one could be masculine. You could actually use this one for a man. I do love that blue argyle. Oh, I love argyle. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so that's the second one. Uh-oh. Okay, this one is a fun one. I really thought outside the box for this one. Okay? But I'm excited about it. Okay, so this is mint macaron, Pacific Point paper. And I cut off these two, you know, these are cards, so I cut those off. I'm going to bring my trimmer in. Let me close this up because I can just see a disaster about to happen with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, I cut this at 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to line up the points here in the track, the cutting track. Did you guys see the video I did where I could not think of the name of that? I think I called it the gully, or I don't know. It was silly. I just could not think of the name of that for the longest time. Kept trying to come up with names for it. Okay, I want to make sure that it's lined up over here. Best way to do that is make sure the lines in here are lined up. And then I'm just going to make sure that those little points are lined up in the track again. Okay, I'm going to cut that into like that. Okay, it's not perfect. Point was not quite as perfect as I wanted it to be, but whatever. This one, sorry, it says, "You deserve a medal." Turned out cute, didn't it? And I like how those pieces were cut off because it makes it look more like, I don't know, a ribbon, but not necessarily one of those ribbons with the hardware and stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this one back in. This is the one with the mint macaron color. And it looks like it's got a little bit of seaside spray in there too. And I'm going to cut this out. I have never actually made one of these cards before. So, fingers crossed, right? I've seen them. I've actually received one. My mother-in-law makes cards as well. And she made our anniversary card into one of these type cards. So, it's a little brave for me doing it like this when I've never done one, but we'll see. Okay, put the trimmer to the side. Bring in my Pacific Point. And what you're going to do here is you're going to bring you're going to bring 2 of each one of them, and then the side points in like this. See where I'm going? Haha. I like it. I hope you like it too. Like I said, I haven't made any of these. I've just kind of mocked them out of what I thought I could do when I got on here. If I had to come up with all that impromptu, ad lib, whatever, oh my gosh. You talk about really being nervous. That would be nerve-wracking. I'm creative, but I don't know if I'm that creative. Okay. I think it's gonna work. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Alrighty, bring it in here. Like this. And then you bring the other one that will match and meet up. My husband is in the family room working on his computer, and I just heard him go hee hee hee, kind of a sinister laugh. All right, and then I'm going to put this on a mint macaron base. And so what happens now is I have those other triangles that I can actually make another card with them. I love these colors together. They're so fun. Okay, so here is where it gets fun. All right, so you saw this card? You see the whatever that, the urn, the trophy, whatever that is. It looks like a gold Stanley Cup. Well, watch what I'm going to do with that. I actually already did it because I was playing around. So I will show you. I think I have one in here that I haven't done anything with yet. Hold on one second. Yes. Okay. So here's what it looks like. So I cut the base off right here because I don't want it to look like a trophy. So I cut that base off. Then I cut the top off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a stand. Okay? So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. I'm going to put that little pointy thing right up in here. And I'm going to make it into like a planter. I just didn't like the idea of a urn. Or, I don't know. I didn't like it. All right, so put that together like that. Okay. Then what I did was I got, I told you these things come with it, right? A whole bunch of them come with it. So I got those, and then you probably on my, I think on the Happiness or Sunshine or the summer one that had the lemons and stuff, I used some of these things with that one. And this is from the Forever Gold Specialty Designer Series paper. This thing is packed full of really fun things. And so I took some of the leaves from it, and I thought, well, okay, so let me just see how this will end up looking. I'm going to put this on dimensionals, okay? So let's just put one right here where that seam's at. One down here, a couple up here. All right. So then I will fix these where these vellum leafy things are coming out, as well as the gold pieces. Just need to figure out how I'm going to do it before I stick them all down. It's kind of like designing flowers, like flower arrangements. Okay, I can do this. All right, I think what I might do is trim some of this off though, so that it doesn't like hang out the bottom or the sides. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. It's actually a lot of glue. Do it like that. Put a little bit more on top of the vellum for this one. I probably could use some glue dots on this, and that would probably work really well. Alrighty. Yeah, probably would work better because my fingers are sticking to this. And I should have put the gold things down first. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in place, and then I'll pull this back up. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. Okay. Just bear with me. What I found was it was a little too tall for the gold. So I just backed up. Come on now, work with me. Here we go. I think I got it. I think I got it. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. Then I have some white here that I thought maybe I could do a sentiment or something. This one says world's greatest. So let's see. I don't even know where I want to put it yet. I might put it right down in here. All right. I think I'm going to go sideways. And then I'm just going to cut off a small piece right here, like that. Put another dimensional behind it. Put it right there. And then I had this gold. Since I've got gold up in here, I thought this would be pretty to maybe put right across in there. And that way it would cover that seam where I put that together. So maybe do a little bow, a tiny bow. And I definitely use the glue dots for this one. Okay. I'm going to roll this up a little bit. And just put it right in here. Although I have one of the loops, it's just a little wonky. Okay, there we go. And that will cover up that seam. All right, so there we go. Trim this down a little bit. What do you think? Cute, huh? It's completely different than what the paper pumpkin offered. But I love that. I love that vase. That's so cool. Okay, so the next one. And this is the last one, I think. Yeah. And this one's going to be even more different. And that says World Greatest right there. Okay, and I'll show all of them to you when I'm all done. Okay, so you've been seeing me use this Pacific Point circle, right? So, you know the piece the frame that I used here, it comes like this, that it's inside of it, and then it has the Pacific Point frame right there in the middle. So what I did was, I thought this would make a great shaker card. So what I'm gonna do is, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm using a completely different stamp set on this one. I'm using the Whale Done stamp set. And I've already inked them all up. I'm gonna use the basic gray, and I'm going to stamp a whale on there. But before I do, I'm going to make sure of how it's going to sit in there. Yep, right there. Okay, so we'll use the basic gray right here, stamp up our whale, and just going to place them right in here, like that. Now I probably could actually stamp it on white and punch it out. I'm happy with that whale like it is, okay? The other thing I'm going to do before I get everything all in place is I have my sentiment and I have the seaweed. I'm going to use the mint macaron because that's the color of my paper. And because it's kind of like going this way, it's tall and stuff, I'm going to come over here. Let me bring my scrap paper back in. Just going to bring it right in here. And I'm going to stamp off a couple times as well. And I'll come down here and just use the tip of it to go right in there. Okay. So I'll close this up. I'm going to use my Pacific Point. And I'm going to use my, it says, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. So I'm just going to stamp that right down here, like that. And then, now I have a couple, I'm doing a lot of stamping on this one actually, but it's going to be cute. Cute. Okay, so I'm going to do some fish that are going to be in the smoky slate. I'm just going to go right here with those. I was going to do some coral, but I really didn't leave myself room for that, but that's okay. Then I'm going to use the Seaside Spray for the bubbles. I'm going to stamp off one time and then just kind of put those right in here. Whoops, it didn't show. Okay, it's not very bright, but that's okay. Alrighty. All right, I'm making a big old mess over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is they included window sheets. I'm going to take the window sheet and I'm going to cut it in half. Let's see, it is 5 inches. I think I want it to be 3 inches, okay? So I'm going to cut it just a little less than 3 inches right here, okay? Put that off to the side. And I have these foam adhesive strips, and these are so good. Hold on, I'll tell you before I do all that. Let me go ahead and glue this into the front of my piece. Okay, so I'm taking my window sheet and this piece that has the circle in it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that in right here. Then I'm going to take this foam adhesive strip and I'm just going to line around the circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. The important thing is that the circle will be enclosed. Hi, Kim. Glad you were able to make it. Okay, so we'll just bring this around. Like I said, the important thing is that it encloses to where there's not any gaps in there, okay? All right, so now I have some embellishments, and these embellishments are the Whale of a Time embellishments. I'm just going to take a few of them and just drop them down inside of here like that. That's probably actually a little too many. You can get so many that you can't see the back of your card of what's supposed to be peeking through. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off like that. Then I'm going to take this, and hopefully my whale is going to show. I should have lined that up better, but okay. All right. So there you go. That's got the shaker portion of my card. So then I'm going to glue this on to this piece of Pacific Point just by putting glue on the back of the shaker lining. I just want that Pacific Point to stick out from behind it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on here as well. I have already embossed this with the Seabed, I think it's called Seabed 3D embossing folder. And it is a part of that Whale of a Time set. So pretty. Can you see the imprint? Oh, it's so pretty. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down here. And I don't even have to do another sentiment or anything because it's all right here on the front of my card. I think I might take, where's my take your pick? Take the little putty part. It has these little shell things. I'm going to use a glue dot and then pick it up with the other end like that. And I think that would be pretty down in here. Here's another one. Maybe I'll do a dark one with the, whoops, I dropped it and I can't see it, so let me grab another one. I like sequins, but I like the adhesive backed ones because I don't like gluing them on, but if they'll fit with my glue dot, I'll gladly do it. One more. Okay. All right, so what do you think? How fun is that? Oh, I did him upside down. Oh no, okay. That's not the first time that I've done that on a live. Thankfully, it wasn't pushed down all the way. Oh, you know what was upside down was this part. Okay. I think I can salvage it. Hold on. Don't you love lives? If this were my video, I'd just cut it out and nobody would ever know, right? Hey, Michelle, yes, you will be able to watch it on a replay. You just caught me in the middle of a mess right here, so it just proves that I'm human. But this is what I always say: if I were perfect, you couldn't afford me, right? Okay, and I didn't mess my paper up to the point that I can't use it, so I'm just going to flip it over and hopefully put it on the right way this time. Okay. It's this part. That would have been really funny if I didn't notice it and I sent it to somebody and the whale was upside down, wouldn't it? Alrighty. We'll make it work. We'll work it. Work it, work it. So the moral of this story is when you get ready to do this, make sure that your whale is not upside down. Alrighty. So, okay. I'm just going to put a little glue around it and hopefully we're going to make it work this time. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to peek at it and make sure it's going in the right direction. You just never know what you're going to see on my lives. Okay. Hopefully that's going to stick. All right, so then I'll take this. I've already put glue on the back of it. My mama used to say, messing and gomming. You just be messing and gomming. Well, that's what I'm doing right about now, is messing and gomming. I don't even know what gomming means, but I'm pretty sure that's what this looks like. Okay. Okay. If I put that doggone whale upside down again, I just don't know. I didn't. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Although my fingers are just about stuck together. Okay, see if I can re-stick this baby down. Actually, I think is there one still there already? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Whew, wow. Kim, I don't know what gomming is, but it has something to do with messing. I don't know, maybe you just saw what gomming is, messing and gomming. That was just one of her little southern sayings. Okay, so here we go. So I made a shaker card out of it. And if you didn't see all the messing and gomming that I did, you would think that it was just fantastic, right? Okay, so here are my paper pumpkin alternatives. I'm especially proud of this one, of how I took that trophy thing and turned it into a vase. I really like that. Here's my other alternative. Here's another alternative. And then again, here are the three, the way paper pumpkin, the way they designed them. I do like the stars and the shaker part of that. It is fun. But it just was not my favorite. So I was really happy to be able to come up with something different. And these are definitely different. Oh, I did one other one. Let me show you. This one. I like how this turned out as well. So for this one, I cut up the scraps of two different ones, which now I still have enough to make another card. I used just a piece that I already had that was already stamped. And well, not stamped, but cut out. And then I put a couple of these little vellum leaf things under it. And then I used the small daisy punch. I guess they call it the medium daisy punch. And I just used the paper, this designer paper, and made daisies out of it. I love it. And then I put the gilded gems in there. So I was really happy with it. Okay, that is it for tonight. I guess that's it. Do you guys have any question? You love the scraps? Yeah, that is pretty. I love that. Turned out really nice. I don't know what's going on with the lighting here, but oh well. Thank you, Sharon. I'm so glad to see you on here. It was a lot of fun coming up with these. I am enjoying doing the alternatives. I don't like being told how I have to do something. I guess it's the renegade in me. I don't know. I like the challenge of coming up with something different. So I like the challenge of just putting it on in the correct way and not putting it on upside down too, right? All right. Well, if you don't do paper pumpkin and you're interested in it, it's $22 a month, and you get everything that you need to make cards. Your first paper pumpkin actually comes with a clear block, and every month you get a little ink spot. You get everything, all of these pieces, you know, all the little punch outs and all those things. And you can do them exactly the way they tell you to do them, or you can get outside the box and do them the way I do them. And so MHM, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. You enlighten me, Kim. All righty, so any questions before I go? I sure did enjoy hanging out with you guys. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I have a video coming out on, this will be on YouTube tomorrow. And then I have a video coming out on Saturday. That's a fun card. So anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out with me. I'll be back next Tuesday making more cards. And I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.